Welcome back
Right.
to ATI on Thursdays, where we have all the kinks worked out.
Hopefully.
Today we're gonna, and hopefully the audio's okay too. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna
But
listen to the audio for a second. I was, so freaked out after that past show where my
yeah,
audio was just so
bad.
screaming loud. Oh, it drove me
No.
crazy. Oh, I was devastated afterwards. I was like a load board that got hacked. I was devastated. Let's make sure we are still here. Okay, I think we are. So I'm going to be monitoring this while we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's a little bit loud. So I'm going to turn down just a hair, and then we're really going to do a show here. We're going to do like a
Okay.
show thing. Do you know why? I mean, there aren't that many live shows. There's some, but they're
Yeah,
hard to. They're just it's an extra level of
because of
hard.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, you get the techie and the guests, and then are you going to say anything interesting, and got to get into a pretzel about what you're going to do. Hey, I got an email
Okay.
I don't know, a month ago or so from Riley at Car Rental Coach, and she was like, hey, want to collab on a YouTube episode? I'm like, yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
So we're going to learn more about Car Rental Coach today.
Okay.
Market analysis, proven system, coaching, setup and sourcing. And, it's cool to get to know other parts of the ecosystem and what they're doing and how smart some of the systems are. And these are happy people making videos about Car Rental Coach. And you can go to carrentalcoach.com. So we're going to be talking about Car Rental Coach today. But before we do, we are going to, dang it, we're going to get to know the ecosystem a little bit better again. Really? You guys keep playing that old song and dance, the neutral zones stuff. Fact is, I watched You Can't Move with Confidence a few times over the
Yeah.
past. I thought it was amazing. But I'm biased, right? But I did post on LinkedIn, hey guys, toughen up, Buttercup. Fraud doesn't care how you feel. I know you don't like this and you don't like that and you only like that and whatever, man. Fraud doesn't care.
No,
Oh,
that's for
Jay.
sure.
Um, Load board account takeovers. Man, this is so real. You know what's great? We're so protected by the First Amendment because this is happening everywhere. I found a new story today that already made it into my news. I mean, it's so out of control. Oh man, there is no way to shut us down on the freedom of speech on this because oh my God, it's terrible. Identity hijacking, GPS spoofing, fake brokers, lack of urgency and trust in agent security. Good luck with that, guys. Why do you rely on Craigslist? What? I said Craigslist. And you know what? Sue, look at this. I'm being searched.
Huh.
That's awesome. So guys, fraud costs our industry about $5 million a day, but have a great show.
99.
Here's a new one. Hey, listen up, all you fraudsters. We're in charge of the network now.
Hmm.
I just made this one right before the show.
That's a good one. Yep.
That's Ellis from
From
Die Hard.
yeah, I was gonna say it's Die Hard. Yeah.
He dies after he gets a Diet Coke from the terrorists. He's in charge. You're in charge. And then you know what? And then you see, this is the real problem with freedom of speech, because what happens is some other people then they're like, well, I'm going to exercise my freedom of speech and I'm going to post this on LinkedIn.
Wow.
Are you guys kidding? $100 for an in-op from Phoenix to LA?
Phoenix to Louisiana.
I'm surprised it's not $100.72. Dumbest system ever, by the way.
Yeah.
And there it is. Yeah, go grab it. Man, look at that baby. Ready to go.
What's that per mile? What does that say?
26 cents a mile for an in-op.
Well, it looks like they have more of them too. Look.
Oh, yeah, no. Right. The algorithm says that 26 cents a mile is appropriate. You know why it's 26 cents a mile? Because that way we got more money for golf, lobster awards, and nap time.
Yep.
But Jay,
That's ridiculous.
oh, you're so mean, Jay. We have links now, Jay. It is interesting that, huh? I mean, right now, is the fraudster on the walkie-talkie thinking, huh? Yeah, okay, so let's see. A little splash of blue, little splash of orange. Ask for the link. Click here. Bada bing, bada boom. So
Was
this
that
came
the
out today.
one I sent to you?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I was trying to protect your identity. You do
Oh, I
not
don't
want to be
care.
named in the lawsuit.
I was not clicking on it. Let's just put it that way. I did not trust it. It did not
Exactly.
come in the
Why?
email part. It was some weirdo's name at the top, but most people aren't going to pay attention to that. They're going to think it's really them. So,
And I mean, you know what? Listen, for all intents and purposes, the idea was genuine. But doesn't anybody read the news? Probably not.
no.
You can't read the news while you're golfing and eating lobster. Thieves are stealing Georgia cars. This is today. Today.
Okay.
Thieves are
What did they
stealing
do?
Georgia cars while they're being shipped. It's in WSB TV 2, where, they're focused on how to make muffins and the perfect Thanksgiving doorknob, and they know.
Doorknob.
Look, today at 5, the red flags to look out for. That's how bad it is, dudes. But you know what? Listen up, you fraudsters. We're in charge of the network now. Don't worry that we got to have news channels helping our business while we ring the ATM. It's ridiculous. Oh yeah, no, we have stuff. What's wrong with you guys? Here's what you'll see. You're gonna get some stuff, dude.
Yeah, that is new. I just saw that yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, and that's totally gonna fix all the problems.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that does, but
See
yeah.
you at the trade show. Woohoo! You bringing the 9-iron?
Well, like for example, by the way,
Yeah.
took a load from a company yesterday and is an import exporter. So we all know that import exporters don't carry bonds, they don't carry anything. It's just like a dealership. So if they don't pay you, okay, whatever. Guess how many negatives he had for non-payment? Like 15. So why hasn't he pulled? Right? So I gave him back his load and told him to stuff it.
Yeah, but at least you can see the 15.
Well, this was true, but
It's an
still, I
improvement.
mean, it's still he shouldn't be on there. If he's not paying people, he shouldn't be on there.
But he's paying for his account, right?
Yeah, he's paying for his account. He
Hey,
went and
come
listed a
on.
car.
Don't you understand? Jeez. No wonder
Yep.
you don't work here.
Not getting the big bucks, the
I mean,
lobster,
yeah,
the
man.
lobster.
You ain't gonna get any lobster. No lobster for you. Show me the money. Drivers report falling pay, shrinking miles, pay disputes with carriers. I know nobody cares.
Yep.
God, what a waste of time, Jay. Jeez, you're talking about the drivers? Oh my God. What a loser. Why do you think fleets are having a hard time finding drivers? They don't pay enough. Yeah, we don't
Yep.
care. Lack of respect? Yeah, you don't get me. Lack of support? Jeez, what a waste. So I decided, somebody said, hey, man, there's a lot of Russian car hauling videos. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I could use Google Translate and search that.
Yeah.
So I did. I haven't watched them yet, but I got to tell you, those look pretty, those are pretty high quality thumbnails.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I got, Ellis from Die Hard. Look at this stuff. So you said there's a lovely twist.
Yes.
Now we're going to tread lightly.
So I kept getting shut off. Like for the last 2 days, I'll be on, shut me off. I'll be on, and you have to put in the verification code. So yesterday, you couldn't get a verification code in time to get back on there. And it lasted, how long do you think it lasted, guys? 2, 3 hours? Yeah. We called in, they said it was something going on, and because it was happening to everybody, that it was a high
wasn't
priority.
Just you. See, that was the thing. I was wondering, is this a
I thought it was just me until I called, but I had to wait on hold for.
You're not. Everything's
We had to hold on for like 30, 40 minutes before we were told it was a thing happening. Now, the shutting me off, no, that was just happening to me because nobody else here in the office was it happening to. But the verification codes coming within 10 to 30 minutes is what she told us, even when we talked to them. That was happening all over. And it took 2 to 3 hours to get our account back on so I could even get on my computer.
So let me get this straight. You picked up an object known as a phone
Yes,
and you clicked some
yes,
buttons and
yes.
a person.
Got on the phone eventually.
Wow.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Did you know that was going to happen?
Oh, they usually you can talk to people now,
Oh, you
but they
can?
don't, yeah, they don't always know what's going on. Like she said, she didn't know what was
They
going
don't
on,
always know what's going on.
but she said they've
Okay, well,
had multiple
today's
calls
their
for
last day.
it. But yeah, she said it was a high priority
The
because
new
there were so
crew.
many calls calling
Hey,
in for it.
hey, this is Ellis from Die Hard. Yeah, we own the network. You're fine. Have a
Yeah.
good day. Give me Diet Coke. Dude,
I was wondering if they got hacked, if that's why it was doing it. Who
Eric's
knows?
already like, he's got a new gig. Ellis from Die Hard. We just launched a new.
Yep.
We're in so much trouble.
Yep.
Golly. I mean, it's unbelievable. But Sue, this is way better than working with us.
Yeah.
Hey, did you know that Mercury is in retrograde?
No. Is that why we had the
That's why
Northern
you couldn't
Lights?
get an MFA.
Oh,
It's no speakers, no sound, no lighty
that's it.
lighty. Merch. That's what. Hey, this is Alice from Die Hard. Yeah, Mercury's in retrograde. So, anyways, have a good one.
Did you see the Northern Lights? Is
No,
that from that too?
no. Mercury. Do you know about this Mercury retrograde stuff?
No.
I, there's going to be people. I mean, what? It's about as reliable as Dr. Fauci, but it's an astrological thing. And when Mercury is in retrograde, everything goes haywire.
This is
But
reviewing
it's
and
also,
reflecting.
it's also as yeah. I'm gonna keep going. That's ridiculous. Um, Muzi sent this out. Muzi's working away.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I know. Well, somebody is. It's because he's not busy at the golfing at the. Okay. Um, you can do whatever you want. It's auto transport. And so I pulled this up. This is my. This is the blog of the day. Blankety blank transport redefines enclosed vehicle shipping with white glove precision. They are redefining, Sue. They're
Did they
redefining.
did they write that article themselves? Is that what you're trying to say? For collections.
Don't get unfocused here, Sue. They're redefining. Redefine. Do you understand? Oh, anyways. So truck drivers rank America's worst roads and highways. I thought that's interesting. Not that anybody cares. I mean,
Which one is
but
it?
if you
I
want to
heard
break your truck, drive across Indiana.
really. I also heard like Michigan, Detroit area is horrible too.
Well, that's I'm like, how long is this list?
Yeah, true. Very true.
Louisiana, I-10, I-20, Louisiana. But Sue, they're redefining auto transport. I like this one. EV sales have not fallen, cooled, slowed, or slumped. Media is lying to you. See, there we go. But you won't
Wow.
find that kind of headline in automotive because they won't tell you that kind of stuff. I love that. Because what is really happening? All we know is that Joe Biden stubbed his toe on the way of getting up in the plane. That's it. How are EV sales? I don't know. Joe Biden stubbed his toe. Really? Okay. Uh, this is my kind of headline. Two dealership groups breach of contract lawsuits against CDK can proceed. Oh, yeah. Now that's automotive.
When to spin, it says. Okay.
Michigan car dealership allegedly sold loaner vehicles as new. No way. That's impossible. We can't be hacked. That's automotive.
Ooh.
CDL crackdown fracturing freight networks. Okay, now so this is interesting. As you crack down, you would think that yeah, spot rates would go up, right? Because you're taking drivers off the road. No, that ain't happening. I mean, yeah, picking up dudes, and other dudes, and it's awesome. Here's actually my favorite part about this because
Dude,
I'm not on board with it or whatever.
7 minutes.
But here we go. 15 different countries: China, Colombia, Georgia, Guatemala, India, Kyrgyzstan, Mexico, Turkey, Uzbekistan, and Venezuela. That's interesting.
Wow. Okay. Well, then how are they still on the road? Aren't they
They're
back?
not.
I don't get that.
Well, they're off the road.
Well, we know, yeah,
These
but I
70
mean,
are off the road.
how did they get? I mean, I don't know. Anyways,
I know. It's. Oh, and here, look at this. California's going to revoke 17,000 CDLs. You think rates will go up? Psh,
no, there
we
won't
got a
be
hundred
anybody
dollar in
driving in
off.
California if they're revoking
Why are you
17,000.
negotiating? Just take it, you loser.
That doesn't even make any sense, does it?
Automakers face 200 to 300 per vehicle port fee despite the. That's another thing. Oh my God, I love that you guys voted for him. That's so cool.
That's
God,
only
that's
two or three hundred
hilarious.
dollars. That's cheap. I would think there'd be more than that.
Yeah,
That seems cheap to me, but
it's Joe Biden. Come on, Sue. Automakers are running out of ways to hide rising prices. Again, you won't see that in automotive, but
have exploded by much of
nobody's.
40.
If you whisper this at NADA, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to. Your conference is outside in the cold, sir. Hey, CarMax is officially broken, says analyst. Oh my, I mean, you would never know any of this. That's why nobody watches this show. I love this. Look at this one. Credit One Bank survey asks, "Would you date someone with bad credit?" Are we? We're
What
really
the?
that shallow now?
Yeah, what
Holy
the?
crap! What has happened to capitalism? Is it a mental disease now?
I I'd rather
Jesus!
do a background check than a
Holy
credit check.
crap! Is that a question that gets asked on a first
Yeah,
date? How's
yeah,
your
could you
credit?
imagine? I need to see your credit score.
Wow. Man, I really do want to go to Mar-a-Lago now. Hang out with the douches. Oh my God. Trucking lawsuits are draining America's economy. Yeah, you know what? In the end, you know who ends up with the money? The lawyers. Because and that's why, man, if you got kids, send them to law school because people don't get along. And when people don't get along, you know where the money goes? The lawyers. Nobody gets along. It's ridiculous. Oh, I love this one too. Republicans file a lawsuit in an attempt to block California's new House maps. Hey, they voted for it, you crybabies. Oh my God. Jay, where's this show going? Okay, I'm just going to say this while I'm here. Really, we're going to give $2,000 to everybody in America because we raised tariffs? Sue, did you see this? You think I made this up?
Where's it going
He's going to start giving out checks to people.
to?
Oh my God. All right, let's just get through it. The luxury gap. Oh no. So I invaded the graphic of the rich versus the non-rich. Okay. All right, let's just get through it.
Yeah,
Trump knew. Yes, we know that. We already knew that Trump knew. Yes, Trump knew.
it won't fit.
It's a not. I didn't not know.
1500
Tesla's income statement is actually, this is pretty fascinating to look at. Let's get back to business, Jay. My gosh. Here's a weird one though. Amazon can now deliver directly to your car.
Really?
That seems
That's
weird.
hilarious.
And
I
doesn't that seem like a great way to get now your car stolen?
That doesn't seem
Just
realistic
leave
at
it in
all.
my car. Okay. Awesome. Right? Well, I get it. Because, yeah, you got porch pirates, but don't you also have car pirates? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't really, but it's a thing. Coming to a car near you. Cars.com launches AI powered search engine for car shoppers. That makes sense. Yeah. Waymo launches first robo taxi. Okay, so there's Waymos in a lot of markets already, and
Yeah.
they're ahead of Tesla now, which is interesting. This Waymo, there's no driver, and they're not crashing. Here's the future of kids mobility. Now we're gonna get really weird. I'm not sure how this works. It doesn't matter that I don't know, but these are cars for your kids. I guess like when you have grandkids, they get in these little things and they I don't know what they do, but they go somewhere. So that's happening. Toyota. Hey, how's your sauce? You got room for more?
Yeah, I got room for more. I've
All
got
right,
some other
cool.
dispatchers that have room too.
Nice. All
Oh, you
right,
want to hear a
that's
funny
cool.
story?
Heck yeah,
Do you
dude.
remember JS Transport
I do.
out of
The
Massachusetts?
broker?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I talk about because I love
Yeah,
them. I
no,
think they
yeah,
pay
no, they're
great. They're a
nice.
good
Yeah,
company.
they're great.
Well, he contacted me and said, "Can you handle another dispatcher? I know you dispatch." And a guy out of Kansas City for Cable Dahmer, they own a dealership, have started their own transport company too. So I talked to him and gonna set him up here in the next few days too. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I
Well,
appreciate him. It was
that's
Russ,
awesome.
by the way.
Well,
Thank you, Russ.
right, Russ, thank you. Well, gosh darn it. For as many years as we've put in, you'd think we'd get a little business occasionally.
Well, yeah, every
So
once in a
that's
while. At
cool.
least
So
people
not
remember you.
right. Stay positive, Jay. Jeez. You just did 15 minutes of negativity. Or did I? Was I negative the whole time? Oh, crud. Well, it's just life is too strange. And people know that. It's just that they work at companies where they can't talk about it.
Right. That's
Yeah.
true.
So that's pretty neat. All right, let's do this. It is now time for Car Rental Coach. It said Car Rental Coach on the screen the whole time, Jay. Thanks a lot. Spewing your nonsense with our name on your screen. Jeez. I'm going to call the producer. Do me a favor, stick around. Right after this, we're going to be live with George at Car Rental Coach. We're going to learn about Car Rental Coach. That's the whole point of today's show. We'll be right back.
Understanding web traffic at your site can be a funny thing. Who, when, why? Then you have things like bounce rates, visit times, return traffic. The point is, you have traffic, but are you capitalizing on all that traffic and why they came to your site to begin with? You may
Hey,
do moving,
George.
vehicle inspections,
All right, so
car
we
auction,
see you.
custom
I don't
car
think we
building,
hear you yet.
car clubbing.
Don't hear you.
Quotify is the first online
It's
shipping utility
Mercury's
feature
in
that helps you to
retrograde,
retain
and
the
Sue
relevant
just went
traffic
through this.
and
Couldn't hear
capture
Sue.
business which is typically
So she
just sent
restarted.
away.
Oh, wait,
It
can you hear
instantly
him?
allows your visitors
Oh,
to
you
see
know what?
multiple shipping companies' rates and live reviews with an option to book the shipment now or email it for later. If you have car shipping relevant traffic, then why not swing the bat and make some money along with some other added benefits? The best part of Quotify is that it's free. Yes, that's right. We actually pay you to offer your visitors something they most likely need anyways. So let's wrap this up. It's a totally free utility feature that will increase your site visit times, lower your bounce rates, increase return rates, and we even pay you to use it. Sounds too good to be true. It's not. Sign up today or call now to speak with a commercial account specialist.
Mic check 1 2 3. Welcome back to ATI. So and Mark is like, you were talking during the ad. Did you realize that? But it's okay because you paid attention because you're like, wait, what's transport auto quoter? Why is Jay talking? If you want to give quotes whenever you need to, because you know this as a consumer, you've got like 2 seconds to get back to somebody, and if you
Yeah.
don't, they're gone. With transport auto quoter, you don't miss those leads because that transport auto quoter helps you get back to people right away with the quotes they need. So visit transportautoquoter.com. Thanks, Mark. George, welcome to the show. Can you see me and hear me okay?
I can. Great. Hey, thank you for having me.
Hey, thanks for being here. Please say hello and tell us a little bit more about you.
Okay.
All right. Well, first off, great to meet everybody. Not that I can see you guys too, who's watching, but I am the founder of Car Rental Coach. So I have been an entrepreneur my entire life since I was 12 years old, from flea markets to reselling jewelry, hats, all that stuff. I later went to Penn State for finance, started several different companies, but then found myself in the car rental business. That's become my full-time job now for the past 5 years. And we have grown the largest car rental business on Turo in the Pittsburgh area, now with 50 vehicles. We have a staff of 2 employees plus myself and wife that run the actual car dealership, or I'm sorry, the car rentals and the dealership. And I started Car Rental Coach 2 years ago, where we've been able to help over 500 people now either start or scale their own car rental business.
Wow. You know, you know about a part of the industry that I don't know much about, which is car rental. I really don't know much about it. I don't think most of us do, right? We rent cars, and I think there's a window into your business when we look at what kind of cars we rent and the way we compare prices, right? That's pretty interesting in itself, because I'm extremely price sensitive when I'm looking at renting a car.
Yep.
Do you see that? Is that right? Is that common?
Yeah, I would say the price of the vehicle is the number one factor for people renting with one person versus another. And that's why 80% of our fleet is actually economy cars, where we're dealing with vehicles like Kia Souls, Hyundai Elantras, Honda Civics, Nissan Rogue, Chevrolet Equinoxes, those type of vehicles, all under the $12,000 price range, because that allows us to price these then at prices where people can afford to rent them even monthly, maybe at a $40 to $50 a day price point, where we're still making good money and making 100% return on our vehicles every year. But it allows the average consumer to then rent these vehicles for longer periods of time, where if they were to rent something luxury like a BMW or something like that, they wouldn't be able to afford these vehicles for these long periods of time like they do like to rent.
So
Right.
I have a question. So because I've rented from Turo before when I was in Florida, and I know they're like separate things. So do you go through that? Is that how you do it all then for renting?
Yeah, so we do Turo and we do private rentals.
Okay.
So we have the largest Turo fleet in Pittsburgh, but then we also rent privately. I only do private rentals though with people that I've had experience with in the past, and I can vet to make sure they're good. And then usually those are like really long-term rentals of 3 to 6 months. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I will say that renting through Turo was better and cheaper than any place else when I was looking online.
I agree. I think the ease of use with it and just how fast it is a big deal. When we rent cars from, going to the airport, places like that, you're standing in line for hours.
Yep, right there.
Usually not treated the best either. And not saying you can't have a bad experience renting through Turo, but it all depends on the host you choose. So if you deal with somebody that's good, I find it to be the easiest. And that's what I do when I travel too. I rent cars all the time.
Yeah. They literally brought it to me at the airport, and I just stepped out. There it was. And, it's not waiting in line or anything like that. It was awesome.
Yeah. What kind of vehicle did you rent?
I think it was just a cheap one. Like you said, it was like either a Ford Focus or a Ford Fusion, something like that.
Yeah.
I just had it for like 10 days while I was there, but it was a lot cheaper than renting it through a rental company like Avis or Hertz or anything like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we find that to be the same too. And really see a bright future with Turo and what they're doing. I think they've been making a lot of great changes, and I see them really, taking apart a piece of the market that was neglected.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to ask you, can you explain the Turo business model? Because I don't think everyone's familiar with it.
Yeah, so for anyone watching, you can think about Turo as the Airbnb for vehicles. So you don't have to have a business. All you have to have is a vehicle that you own. You can go on the platform and list it within one day, and by the next day, you can have your vehicle rented. They take care of everything from the insurance to their network, where if anything happens, they have roadside assistance. They do the marketing as part of their platform, and then they offer you as the host, which means the owner of the car, different insurance plans when listing the vehicle. Of course, I'm oversimplifying it because there's a lot of things you have to pay attention to as a host, from picking the right car for your market to understanding how the Turo algorithm works to make sure your cars are ranked higher than others. But really, it's a way to expedite starting a car rental business by using their platform. And Turo essentially acts as the broker for you with your vehicle and then somebody that wants to rent it.
That's really interesting. And I always look at the pitfalls, but it's successful. I mean, Airbnb is successful.
I thought about doing it myself with my
Wow.
extra car too. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've worked with people that have had as little as 2 cars where they really like just to do that. They make an extra $2,000 a month typically as a side hustle, which, yeah, I mean, an extra 24 grand a year too isn't nothing to shake a stick at. And then I've worked with other people that have built their fleets up to over 40 cars now over the last 2 years. So, yeah, I think it's great for anybody to get involved with. I don't think it's meant for everybody to do full time. I think you have to be a certain type of person where you have to really like the hustle and the entrepreneurship aspect of it. But for the average person, I really think it makes sense for anybody just to have 1 or 2 of them to make some extra money as well. And then there's co-hosting too, where we have a network of people where you can actually just send your car to them. They'll do all of the work and then just send you a check where they usually take like a 20 to 25% management fee. Another great thing about the business, besides just the cash flow, which I like, I came from real estate, so I have some rental properties, but then I looked at the math and I realized that a $100,000 rental property pays me the same cash flow as a $10,000 car. And then after working with people and discovering more about how the taxes work and depreciation, I've had a lot of clients that are, very wealthy people. I've worked with some professional football players, and they come into the business just for the tax write-offs alone, because in 2025, you're allowed to do accelerated depreciation of 40% of what the vehicle costs. So if you buy a $10,000 car, that's $4,000 off of your taxes right there. So definitely a lot of tax savings with it too, in addition to the cash flow. So I really like the rental car business. The people who don't like the car rental business are the ones who are buying overpriced vehicles and they're leasing them and they have car payments of almost $1,000 a month, and there's no room for any money to be made. We're talking $12,000 cars or under that hopefully you can either buy cash or find some outside financing like interest-free credit cards or even credit unions, where we can keep that payment maybe under $400 a month. So there's still a lot of room for you to have positive cash flow.
Yeah.
I was going to say something about brushing up on business classes, but well, it seems like that's something you offer as well as far as coaching, training. Is that right?
Yeah. So at Car Rental Coach, so what we do differently, we don't offer any courses or anything like that. What we do offer is one-on-one consulting where we work with you to either start or scale the business. And we have a team of coaches and a network of, over 200 people just in our Slack channel alone. So how it works, you get paired with one of our coaches, whether it's me or another expert in the car rental business. We work with you for over 3 months. Doing weekly calls, group calls, all of that. And we create a custom plan tailored to you wherever you're at and wherever you want to go. So we have people that come to us sometimes. They already have 10 cars and they're not renting well. So at that point, we go into their analytics, we diagnose what the problem is, and then we help get the vehicles rented. We have other people that it's their first time starting a business. They don't know what car they want to buy. So we start with them with a market analysis report. We help them get their LLC set up. We help get them set up with the proper accountants, the proper insurance to start the business, the proper tax guys, and everything like that. So really, what makes us different, it's a custom tailored plan where we work with you for 3 months to make sure that you're successful. And then you also get access to our community, which is great because we have hosts that are in every single state, absolutely killing it. And you're a part of that network and can ask any questions at any time. So I never liked courses that much myself. I would take some of them, but I always preferred calling somebody that's done it and getting on the phone and getting the answers and working for my situation specifically one-on-one. And that's why we created it that way instead of just doing a course where that information can become outdated pretty fast. And when your car's totaled, you don't want to go watch a course. You want to get on the phone with somebody that wins insurance claims all the time and helps you write the emails and deals with this stuff. So that's why we decided to go that route instead of just recording videos, because we put out on YouTube more free content in courses than what other people are charging over $10,000 for. So we make all of our content free. And then if you want to work with us and take it to the next level, one-on-one, you can apply to work with us at carrentalcoach.com.
Pretty amazing. Do you look around at all and think, wow, look at what we've built? Is it amazing?
Yeah, actually, I would say I've had kind of one of those moments the last year or the last couple of months, actually. So we've really grown this, from maybe doing maybe like maybe 5 people would sign up a month to 10. So now we have a wait list. We're bringing on almost 1 person every single day, maybe 2, so like 30 to 60 people a month. So we've been really hiring and growing it. And what I like the most and what I've seen the biggest difference in that makes me very appreciative is just all the testimonials we've been getting from people that are so happy with starting the business. If you're willing to get on camera, show your face and record a video, I appreciate that more than anything. And just the impact, we've been able to change a lot of people's lives with the business. And on top of that, of course, I like to grow a successful company. I like the financial part of it too. I think anybody that says they don't is lying, but really love the impact we're making and how much this has grown and some of the partnerships we've had recently. So we recently were endorsed by Rick Ross, the entrepreneur and hip hop artist. So you can find him on our YouTube. He gives us a shout out for Car Rental Coach, and just networking now that we're becoming a bigger name, dealing with different insurance companies, different influencers. It's a lot to be very appreciative of.
That's awesome. I think a lot of carriers are entrepreneurs. They either know that before they get in the truck or they find out during it. And I can't help but feel like with the way that big businesses are running the way they do business, they're not looking out for the little guy entrepreneur. And so, I suppose we're, among the other things we try to do is try to help find pathways to a future where you can still do what you're good at.
Yeah, absolutely. Your audience is probably very similar to mine in that way, and it's because that's where we come from. That's what I still am. I still consider myself. I mean, just a small business owner, smaller entrepreneur. I've done everything, like I said, from selling at flea markets at 12 years old to selling Pittsburgh Pirate tickets in Pittsburgh door to door. So I've done it all when it comes to sales. I understand the struggle, and sometimes it really feels as the little guy, it's hard to get ahead and create something when you're competing against these Goliaths. But with platforms like Turo and some of these other things, I think there still is a lot of opportunity right now in America where you can still get ahead. It's not easy. You have to work hard. You have to keep your head down low and you have to grind, but you can get ahead. It's just there's no get rich quick though. It's work hard and continually to get, gradually build these results and continue to grow.
Do you want to take us out to the lot? Do you want to show us a little outside?
Hey, you guys.
That's cool.
In the office right now.
Here we go. Going mobile.
Show you guys just the office real quick as we get up. We have our Dark Knight, Joker, and Batman painting here. Some classic books and the money tree right there. And we're gonna go into the actual outside here now. We got some customers in. All right. All right, guys, we're stepping out to the lot. See, we're right on the main highway here. And now let's go look at the cars. All right. So the good news is we don't have many cars here right now because most of them are rented out of the 50.
That's
cool. Typical we have about like 5 back at once. So here's just some of the vehicles we have. So you can see right here, that is a Mitsubishi Mirage. Not my favorite vehicle personally because they have no power at all, and I think they're like little golf carts, but people love them for the long-term rental trips. Here, I'll flip my camera around. So that's the Mirage right there. We have a Hyundai Elantra. Like I said, we're keeping things very economy here.
another one of these little Mirages. And as you can see here, that's where we get to some of our nicer stuff. We have a Jeep Wrangler. So we are able to do remote pickup and drop off. And there's our, there's our sign, Unity Auto Sales, or Unity Auto Rentals, I'm sorry. And we do remote pickup and drop off by using these lock boxes here, where we give codes to people after they verify their license and ID. So
Oh, cool.
put that code in right there. After we verify you, you can grab the keys, unlock the car. Just always puts the floor mats down after we do the French detail. And they would just keep the lockbox then in the car when they do the trip and then return it back.
Cool.
Yeah, but that's just a little tour of the lot. Then we have another side where we have a repair garage where we have a part-time mechanic. He comes in 2 days a week and we create a list for him. We're not at the size where we need a full-time mechanic on salary because that would really eat into our profit margins, but 2 days is where we found to be the sweet spot.
Right. That's smart. Yeah. Right.
And let's see, I'll show you some of the other must-haves with the lots. So we'll lock this back up.
I mean, you start to realize there's to run a business like this, that you would need a coach because there's going to be a lot of stuff you just not going to know up front.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, when I first started, my first car that I put on the road broke down, and my wife and I had to go pick up the renter, and she thought the whole thing didn't make any sense after that. But I've learned how to better test cars, which ones to buy for the market, which people to rent to, which ones not to, and just, yeah, how just run the business a lot better. Right here, we have an outside detailing tent. So we use this when it's warmer out. Right now, it's getting cold in Pittsburgh. It's like 40 degrees right now. Yesterday was 32. But one of these you can buy for a couple $100. Very nice. Just take the cars in, back them out during those times. And then show you the other side we have here. So that's our office. I bought that sign, I think, for $800. It glows up at night, but what's nice, it brings in a lot of business from the street. As you can see, this is a very, very busy road here. And that's why we get so much.
Yeah.
Location's huge with this. And then right here, we have our detailing garages. So that's one right there. Pull the cars in here. It has heat, has everything we need. Shop vac. Everything's arranged in there. We have this where we'll do body work, paint vehicles at. And then I recently built this. This was 3 years ago. I think we did it for $20,000 or $30,000, but built this huge garage. It's like a pop-up building where we had to get a cement pad laid down. But we have a lift inside there that we put the cars on, and that's where our part-time mechanic will operate.
That's cool.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah, impressive, man. Bootstrapping.
Yeah, we're doing something here.
That is awesome. So you're in Pittsburgh.
We are in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
But you have folks nationwide?
I do. Actually, interestingly enough, I just got our first client that's in Pennsylvania too a week ago. But yeah, really everywhere. Lots of California, Florida, Texas. Atlanta is really taking off in the car rental space. I have a guy in Nashville too. He is killing it. He has over 35 cars right now with no sign of slowing down. I've had clients even in Alaska where I had one guy, he was in a town with only like 10,000 people, but his cars were still able to rent. And he was making over $1,000 a month on each one.
Wow.
Wow. So, I mean, how is, let's say, as far as people finding you and other businesses to rent from, how do you compete with so many brand name rental car companies? Are you found through Expedia and other sites? Tell me more.
So on the Turo side, that's the beauty of Turo and why I recommend that to most people when starting out. They handle the marketing as part of their fees. So I've never had any cars that are sitting because Turo does a great job with the marketing where they're already running Facebook ads. They're doing huge endorsements with celebrities. Are you guys familiar with the actress from Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
What's her?
Mhm.
Sandra Geller?
Hey,
Sarah
Sarah
Sarah?
Michelle
Michelle
Gellar.
Gellar. Yeah.
Yeah, she just recently did one with Turo about renting cars longer. So they've been paying for celebrity endorsements too. So on that side of thing, they keep the cars booked. What gives us a competitive advantage versus Enterprise and some of the big guys is our hours of operation. Let's get a little loud. So we operate from 7 a.m. until 11 p.m., 7 days a week. A lot of the other guys are shutting down way before that. So we're able to accommodate people coming into town later. And that's one. Another one would be our selection of vehicles. So we have a lot more than the other guys. We have SUVs, small little compact cars. Our availability is better. The pricing usually comes out to being significantly cheaper. And then on the private side, how I've rented those out, usually people come through our sign, but I've also run Facebook ads targeting Uber drivers and Lyft drivers. And what we'll do is say, hey, if you're an Uber driver looking for an affordable car, contact us here. They'll submit their information. I'll see if I want to rent to them. And that's how we can get private renters very easy. And I know how to set up those Facebook ads. And I could probably get renters for like $10 per renter with Facebook ad cost.
Wow. I didn't know that Turo was so popular or well known. I really didn't know. Because isn't it posed as ride sharing?
It
Mm.
is, yeah. And
Which I
there were
think
a
kind
few
of
other
has a unknown.
Yeah, I agree with you. It is still kind of unknown, especially on the East Coast, like here in Pittsburgh. When I was in California, a lot more people knew about it, and on the West. But I think the East is sometimes a little bit behind technology, sometimes. But at least Pittsburgh is with Turo. So this company has been growing very, very significantly, and I think it's really going to 10x here over the next few years. They've been building it out right. There's been getting more demand, more people are knowing about it, and I still think it's a really good time to get in. It's basically like Airbnb before it became oversaturated. Not saying you can't make money in Airbnb. I still think there's lots of money to be made in there. But I think Turo's easier because there's still enough competition. And people are scared of cars and they're scared of insurance.
And there's this, it's interesting. Luxury cars always get the spotlight, but it's affordable cars that people
Sure.
really need right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, some of our best renters are $10,000 Kia Souls, or those little Mitsubishi Mirages I showed you, which are like little golf carts.
What drives the need to rent a car? Travel? What?
Yeah, it's a combination. So I would say maybe 30% of people are traveling, actually probably a little less, like 20. A lot of it is local people that have a car broken down. Maybe they have a car that's not reliable and they want to go on a trip that's over 2 hours. They'd rather take something that's better maintained than the car that they've been pushing off work for. We people who simply can't afford car ownership. They don't have enough to put down a payment, or their credit's not where they want it to be, but they still need to get around and need transportation. So I'd say a combination of all those, but I've noticed a lot of people with cars down or that can't afford a car.
Mm. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Credit rating, that kind of thing.
Wow. So this is, I think you've given a lot of reasons to look into this. Yeah, Sue. Yeah.
So when you're looking for cars, are you buying them from auctions, from individuals? Who are you getting them from?
Yep. So for us, we go to the auction to buy all of our vehicles. For people that don't have auction access, I usually recommend checking out Facebook Marketplace if you're looking for like one or two cars and you're not growing it to a operation, because you can find good deals on there, but just make sure you check the Carfax or whatever report software you do, because there's so many odometer rollbacks on there or salvage title cars that are junk, but you can find great deals. But if you're somebody that wants to build this up, I really highly recommend getting into auctions. whether that's you getting your actual auction license yourself, which sometimes, depending on the state, you don't need an actual lot like this. You could just have an office building or something and
Right.
be at that if you're just buying them for yourself and renting them, not
Right.
selling them.
Right.
But you don't want to go through all that. I recommend building a relationship with somebody that has a used car dealership and working with them, or maybe you pay them a fee per car, and going through them and building a strong relationship. Because if you want to grow to over like 5-10 cars, it's better just to buy them from the same guy that goes to auction that's treating you right, instead of trying to find 5 different people to buy one
Right.
car from each.
Good idea.
Yeah.
I'm going to check the live chat. I didn't even do that. I don't expect. Yeah, I don't. I never expect much from the live chat because I know. Listen, here's one of the phenomenons I've noticed. The less live chat, sometimes the more people are just really interested in what you have to say. George,
True.
you said a lot of really interesting things today, and you probably, whether live or on demand, will give somebody, an ATI viewer, the idea of learning more about how maybe to do this, because driving a
Perfect.
truck and trying to drive a truck and expand their business is what many carriers hope for, but I think many carriers find out that just isn't really working out. And after a while, it's just a debt they're trying to pay off and maybe go do something else.
Yeah, I've had a few people that I've worked with that have had routes with deliveries too, even doing Amazon routes, and then some people with truck routes as well too. And I've seen some guys do extremely well, so definitely know there's money in that. But my expertise lies in the rental vehicles. I have never run anything with trucking, but I've heard good things.
So I have a
Well,
question.
Yeah, Sue.
So say like if you live in some rural little town and you wanted to do this, if instead you did it there, you wanted to do it, say in Atlanta. So say I'm in Missouri. I want to do this in Atlanta, but I don't live there. You could still do that, or you'd have to do a co-host kind of thing, or
Yeah, so another great part of car rental coach, what we do, if you're somebody that's in a market that's not so hot. So I'll give you an example of somebody we just worked with over the last couple months. His name's Bobby, and he came to us, very successful business owner, and he had a couple $1 million, okay? And he wanted to start a rental car business, and he wants to get to 100 cars here first year because he has
Right.
significant capital. He was in New York City, and he was in a part of it where I didn't think it was the best place to build this business up, because of
Right.
things that are going on in New York, and because of the how they treat rental cars. I mean, they still fight with Uber drivers and taxis. So Turo and New York are always battling, and the insurance and fees are out of control. So I said,
Right.
let's put you with somebody who's in a hot market, which I have somebody in Nashville. So as part of car rental coaching, we can connect you with other hosts. He already put 30 cars in his fleet, and the guy only takes a 25% management fee for it.
Wow, that's cool.
So yes, we do have people that come to us that don't want to run it themselves, but maybe they're sitting on a car or they're sitting on some capital and they want to put it to work, and we will connect you with our trusted co-host. So I don't recommend just anybody to
Right.
take vehicles for it. And I don't do co-hosting myself. I have a couple cars, but I don't want to take clients' cars because I'd rather just keep ownership of my entire operation. But for other hosts, it makes sense. It's a great way to grow if you don't have the capital. And we connect you with our top hosts who have over 30 cars, who have over 100 5-star reviews. And then just plug your car into them. They do all of the work, and then they just write you a check each month.
Cool. I mean, I've seriously thought about this for years since I rented from Turo. So this is really making me think more about it. So
I didn't even know that, right?
yeah.
We
No,
didn't
I
even
mean,
talk
I've
about
known
that.
about it. I just,
No,
you know, I've been thinking about it for years, but I live in a small town too, so it kind of made it difficult for me too.
Well, hey,
Make it
after
work.
if you want to send me over your zip code, I can take a look at your market and see if it's a good one or not.
Okay. Well, I was gonna get on your thing and sign up, so just be forewarned, you're gonna hear from me.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, let us know. We'll make sure to
Okay.
take care of
Okay.
you if you do. And then,
Okay.
yeah, depending on, I mean, some of the smaller markets still work really well. It depends how big you want to get, really.
Right.
So,
Right.
looks like we have a booking. Look, somebody just picked up a car right now. So that's
No. Cool.
around. We have the Jeep Wrangler I just showed you leaving now.
Oh,
That's
it's
cool.
already gone?
Yep.
Somebody just came. We just
That's
checked
awesome.
them in, and they are
That is
on
awesome.
the road. Yep. And that's why I like the contact list, because as you can see, I was here, but nobody had to talk to me. Everything was through all my automations and the messages, and they don't even know who I am half the time, which I like to keep.
Wow. You know, it's interesting. There's this phenomenon in pretty much any business that at some point people look back and go, man, I wish I'd got in.
Mm-hmm.
And what you're kind of talking about is this is still a good time to get in.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's one of the best times to get in. Yeah, I mean, I see no slowing down. If anything, it's been picking up. I mean, the thing is, if you're renting economy cars, it's always going to be a good time to do this business because no matter how the economy is, people are always going to need these $10,000 cars because people have to get around. If I were renting out Lamborghinis and BMWs, well, first of all, I'd be kind of an idiot because I'm in Pittsburgh where those cars get destroyed. But it just doesn't make sense, in my opinion, when you look at the car's depreciation, the repairs on them, and then just the economy, because people can't afford to rent those cars for over a month.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty niche. I mean, maybe if you're, you know, you're at Barbados and you have 100 million investment, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe like a fun weekend trip if you want to rent something kind of cool.
Right. That's about it though. Yeah.
You know, you're already independently wealthy, so why not? George, this was awesome.
Yeah. It really was.
You know, and hey, shout out to Riley for putting this together. I don't think any of us realized what we could do in a collab video, and we learned a lot. It's interesting. Sue already had some ideas, and it was really nice meeting you, seeing your lot, learning more about this, and I hope people, you know, I hope somebody comes through and signs up and you get some leads. Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, of course. I really appreciate you having me. And then, Sue, keep in mind with the cars, if you have one you're sitting on, it just has to be a 2013 or newer and under 130,000 miles with a clean title, and that can be eligible to be listed.
And under how many miles? 100,000?
Under 130,000.
Okay.
And a 2013 or newer for the year 2025. But what's nice is if you put it on now, it gets grandfathered in, so it can stay on the platform as long as it's listed before the new year. And if it goes over 130,000 miles, that's fine as long as it was listed before it hit that number.
Okay, cool. Okay.
So even if you're not interested in opening a business, if you maybe want to list your car as a rideshare option,
or if you want to rent something,
that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Gosh, I recommend, if anybody has any questions, live or on demand, go ask George. George, I got your website, carrentalcoach.com. Do you have like a general email inbox or phone number that you share?
Yeah, so that would be info@carrentalcoach.com if you need to email us for anything. But then the best way to get a hold of us to see if we would be a good match to work together would be to go to carrentalcoach.com, fill out our quick 60-second survey, and see if you qualify to work with us. And to be completely transparent, we do not work with anyone, or everyone, I should say.
Right.
We are very specific. They have to be somebody we know that we're able to assist in building this business. And not everybody is a right fit to build a car rental business.
Absolutely.
So go to carrentalcoach.com, and this is the form that you fill out?
Yep, and if you qualify, it will allow you to book an intro call with our team to see if you qualify, and then we'll see if we're able to help you and if you're a good fit for us.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, and that's smart. Listen, any business or whatever has to have, well, you're not a right fit, given what's going on today.
Yep, if your sales team isn't telling people no, and if they're pitching everybody, you're not doing a good job of disqualifying people that aren't a right fit for the program.
Which is just a nature of reality of business itself. Yep. But at least maybe you can, hey, let's say you're not a fit. Can you get ideas of how to become a fit?
Yeah, so if you're not ready for that one-on-one mentorship, we just recommend go to our YouTube channel at Car Rental Coach, consume the free content we put out, and then whenever you're actually ready to start, you have the capital or your credits where it needs to be to actually start these businesses, then it makes sense. Then you can come to work with us one-on-one. It's just if you're somebody that, you know, maybe you have $500 put together, this business isn't for you at this time. You don't have to be rich to get into it, but I usually recommend at least having around $5,000 before you get into this type of business, because you don't want to go in extremely over leveraged. I don't recommend taking extremely high car payments, and you want to have a little bit of money in the bank for repairs and stuff. So that's why it's like, at least save up your first five, and then that's when I think you can actually get into this and become a player in the game.
So I just shared in the live chat. We got some links here. We've got, the website, carrentalcoach.com. You got the email, info@carrentalcoach.com. We also know on the website you can fill out a form, and you can go to the YouTube channel @carrentalcoach on YouTube.
Cool.
All right,
Perfect.
so fire away. That's awesome. Well, George, I don't want to take any more of your time. I think it's a good place to end it. You have anything you want to add?
No, that's all. I just want to say thank you guys for having me on your show. Really appreciate the opportunity. Had a great time today, and look forward to maybe doing some collabs here in the future and helping educate each other's audiences. So thank you guys again for your time. I really appreciate it very much.
All right,
Thank
cool.
you.
Thank you, George. Thank you so much. I'll put you in the waiting room. We'll see you later.
All right.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
All right, that was cool. Wow.
That was awesome.
It's funny. I put these shows together and I don't tell you.
I know, you don't tell me anything, and then they come on. I'm like, wait a second. I know about that. I've thought about that.
I had no idea, and that makes sense because you are an entrepreneur.
Yes, I mean, I've had my own business for, gosh, I started my own business when I was only like 20, 21, something like that. And I've just had business after business. But I mean, Murphy's been for over 20 years. And then I just started a new business, last year, and I have a spa. And so, yeah, I'm always looking for opportunities of things to do. And like I said, ever since I took that vacation, I have thought about doing that with cars, and I'd figured out what kind of money you can make off of it too. It's just having enough capital to keep buying the car after car after car and keep it going. And then having the time. And so the co-hosting kind of makes sense to me because, I work 70 hours a week plus sometimes. So I don't have a lot of time either because I'm also now a teacher too. So it's like I'm busy, busy, busy. So, but I saw the potential in this years ago. I just didn't follow through with it because I got so much else going on. But this would be a nice, and essentially it's almost like passive income if you think about it, if you have a co-host that's taking care of it for you. So yeah, you know.
Passive income. I'm gonna say, have you seen the Prize Picks ad promo on your phone?
Nah.
Like there's there's so many different ads, but like,
oh yeah, there's
I've seen different ads, billboards, phone ads, billboards, bench ads talking about passive income.
Right.
And it's something that I think that, I don't want to say younger generation, but people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, today are
Yes.
they're learning that passive income is a great way to grow income.
Right.
But then when you really look into which avenues will lead me to passive income, how is it really going to happen? And this is kind of the hard part.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where startup becomes.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's amazing. I think it's amazing what he's built.
Oh God, yeah, absolutely.
Not crazy? I know.
Yeah. We didn't ask him how long, did we? I'm curious now how long it took him to get there.
So here's what's fun. When people are kind of giving their intro, I'm focused on the technical aspect, and I don't hear everything they say.
Yeah.
So I can't get that. I don't want to say how long you've been doing this, and then they're like, "Well, I just told you."
Yeah.
You loser.
I probably missed it too if he said it too. So I think I'm just so stunned about what he was talking about. And I was like, hey, I know about that. What the heck? Yeah, because you never tell me who's going to be on. So I didn't know either.
No.
So.
And the thing is too, is that's really how the format of the show has come, is that I don't even know. I have no idea. Like, okay, this is cool. I talked to a driver. There's a driver, and carriers, I always say, are really hard to get on. Right. Which is just so weird. But I know they're busy, right? They're drivers. But this guy's cool. He's coming on. We're going to do a live show December 4th.
Okay.
He's a driver, he's a carrier, and he's like, I don't want to say he's like us.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like-minded. He's down to earth. He's a businessman, and he's also really frustrated with this industry.
Right.
But
Aren't
he's
we all?
still
I get
giving it
it.
a go. He isn't hanging
Yeah.
it up yet. Still giving it a go. And so, anyways, he's our guest, December 4th. We do want to do a follow up to the fraud stuff,
Yeah.
but not too often because I don't want to keep the lawyers too busy. I
Gotcha.
know that. I mean, look, that's how we'll end the show today. Listen, I know we're ruffling feathers with the you can't move with confidence.
Right.
It even looks. You sent me an email. It does look like there's been a pivot on the advertising,
Yeah.
which is hilarious.
I
But I
know.
bet not all. There's no way to pivot that quickly on all advertising.
Right.
But we
Right.
may not see with confidence as often.
Right. Right.
So and I mean, like, why? I realize now, someone's going to say, Jay, well, Jay, we're never going to work with you now. Well, I already knew that.
We've known that for a few
I
years.
got the memo. All right. I
Yeah.
got the memo.
Yeah.
And now that we know we're never going to work together,
Yeah.
I've made my decision too. And I'm just
Right.
going to say the truth that everybody else knows is true, except for
Yeah.
you guys in your building. And I
Right.
guarantee there's somebody hiding in a cubicle right now that knows the truth as well. They want to keep getting their paycheck and they don't know what to do. They're
Right.
tired of drinking the Kool-Aid. We're all tired of drinking your Kool-Aid, bro. We're sick of it.
Yeah.
This industry is sick of your Kool-Aid, but you're still going to wheel out Baghdad Bob. We know.
Yep.
And you're never coming over here. So nobody, let's go back to some of those original slogans. Nobody cares. This is auto transport. You can do whatever you want. So, all right, cool. We'll just make a show out of it until your lawyers tell us we can't. Which I'm sure you're working on that too. Which brings me to what happened. Okay, the original lawsuit came out a year ago. What's happening with that?
Has
Right?
anybody even heard anything about it? They're still going strong, so who knows?
Right? I mean, Angie's List is going to be at the trade show with Craigslist.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Isn't that
Yeah.
weird?
Yeah.
So what is now the wheels of justice turn slowly, as if justice was really the issue. But
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
is Angie's List doing that good of a job of making it look like nothing to see here?
I must be. I don't know. Right?
It is so weird. Here's one of the other phenomenons, because this is, guys, and I know, listen, you're in your boardroom and you don't have time for this, but I really do look at a lot of the psychology and the macro. And I think I told you that something happened in Q2 of this year with get rich quick auto transport YouTube clickbait.
Mm-hmm.
It just nosedived. I've
Gone.
checked some
Yeah.
of the latest usual suspects, because the
Yeah.
usual suspects changes over time. There's always
Right.
another get rich quick clickbaiter, just as one is leaving, another one's coming in.
Yeah.
But all of them nosedived in Q2.
Hmm.
Is it not worth your time to get a couple thousand views making get rich quick clickbait in auto transport?
Yeah.
That's fascinating. So we're really the roaches. We're still here cranking out this craziness. And no, I mean, the only other live shows happening right now, they're dealer live
Right.
shows,
Right.
which you can say whatever you want, because as long as you tell dealers they're smart and rich, and they can do the Mar-a-Lago ballroom, bedroom, whatever room, then they're like, yeah, I love this, man. Yeah. But if you do it in something like auto transport, they just ignore you and wait until you finally stop making clickbait. And I
Yeah.
guess that happened in Q2.
Hmm.
So now we're really, again, it's like Mad Max. What are we going to do? We're out in the desert. I'm tied to the front of the Jeep, right? With my hatchet and my horns, and you're on the loudspeaker in the back waving the gas can. going into 2026, Mad Max ATI. I don't know what happens next. I mean, I really have no idea. All right, perfect timing. Happy
There you go.
Thanksgiving, everybody. What do we say, office?
Goodbye, Sue.
Goodbye, Sue. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you on another show.
Okay.
All right, take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.
See ya.